Welcome to the Queen Effect podcast. I am so glad that you are here. Go ahead and grab a glass of wine and your journal because I am about to drop some gems in this episode. So relax and vibe, and I will start soon.
On today's episode, we're going to discuss how to be a charming woman. Number one, do not be afraid of vulnerability. There is such a power in a woman being open, honest, and vulnerable to people around her that she trusts. This person has allowed themselves to be more self-aware about their past, and most likely they have made peace with what they've been through. Your struggles, your experiences make you who you are. And you should never be too scared or felt like you might be judged because you're being vulnerable. The strength that comes with vulnerability is that you can reach someone that you never thought would be inspired by you. So share your story. Be vulnerable. Be open. Let your heart speak. Because when you do, you will feel like a whole weight has been lifted over your shoulders. And that is called peace. Number two, try to remember names in conversations. Nothing makes someone feel special when you remember who they are. Because a lot of times we have small talk and we don't realize how much we don't remember from the person after we have moved away from them or after we haven't seen them in quite some time. So any bits and pieces that you can remember from your small conversation, the next follow-up that you see them in public or in close proximity and you remember their name, just that small touch makes someone feels good, makes them feel seen. So remember their names. Number three, always give compliments to others. This is another way of making someone feel good. And please, do not give compliments if you don't mean it. People can tell. People can tell when you're being genuine and when you are just being courteous. Give compliments when you mean them, but give them often. Because just your compliment that day might make someone's day. Who knows? That could be that extra push that person needed. So share that gracious compliment. You look great today. I love this color on you. Be specific in your comments. Because you don't want to just give generic compliments. You look great today. But go into details and say, I love how this color brings the light in your eyes. This pattern looks so amazing on you. I always see you in bold colors. I love that. Small things make a big difference in your compliments. Number 4, have a warm and open body language. Body language tells a lot in people, especially when you are closed off and not approachable. And one clear way to seem unapproachable is to have your arms crossed when you're talking to people, or your eyes are down, or you're looking elsewhere. You're not present in the conversation, or at least you don't seem present on location. Because sometimes if you're standing in a room and you're by yourself and you have so many thoughts running through your mind, whether good or bad, you may look distant, like you're so much into your thoughts that you're not paying attention to your surroundings. If the thoughts are negative, it will reflect on your body. You might be hunched over, you might have a frown on your face, or your arms crossed, or all the above. So watch out for your body language. Have your arms wide open, mostly to your sides. Have a smile if necessary, and look pleasant. If anything, think of positive thoughts, and that should help you look more approachable. Number 5, having good manners is key. But what are good manners? We can start as simple as hello, good afternoon, good morning. If someone is passing you by, please open the door. Be courteous. Help someone cross the street if necessary. Open someone's door if necessary. And if you're walking through a door and you can feel someone else coming behind you, wait for them. And be nice to your waiters or waitresses and say thank you by being polite. Everyone you meet. It costs nothing to be polite and having good manners. Number 6, listen more than you speak. Very few times, if 2 people are talking at the same time to each other, no one is listening. And a lot of times, people only respond based on what they think they heard. So if you can silence yourself and listen and capture what is the next person saying to you, you might have a better chance at responding exactly to what they said. Now here's a tip. You can steal this one. Repeat what they've said to you to make sure that you have heard them. This is a great practice for anyone in any conversations. It could start off by saying, thank you for sharing that. Just to make sure I understand, you said blah, 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 blah. Am I right? Great. All right. So here's my response to that. Blah, 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 blah. Do you agree? That is an example of how you can respond in any conversation. Regardless of who you're speaking to, a child, another adult, an elder, anyone in any situation. We have number 7. Amazing sense of humor. No one likes someone who is boring, someone who is uptight, who takes themselves too seriously. You have to be able to connect with people and make them feel good. And one way to do so is to throw a little bit of humor here and there. Because it's nothing like breaking the silence of awkwardness, right? And if you master the art of being charming and humorous, it will go a long way. Because it's one thing that we all love as humans is to laugh or smile. So any chance you get, throw a little joke in there and see how it'll work for you. Number 8, don't engage in gossip. Gossip usually comes with negative energy. And if you engage in gossip, that means you are inviting more negativity into your life. And you cannot be negative and humorous at the same time. It just doesn't work, because laughter brings joy. Gossip brings negativity. So stray away from it. And if you are in a conversation and it starts rolling towards some form of gossip, excuse yourself from that conversation, but do it nicely. Say, you know what, guys, I'll be right back. Or, excuse me. Simple. Don't engage, don't stay around, don't listen. If you started to listen, just excuse yourself and go somewhere else. It is just that simple. If this also happens to be a phone call, excuse yourself and say, you know what, we'll talk later. I'm so sorry. I have to do something. I have to go. That's another simple answer. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I have to go. Talk to you later. Next, for number 9, be more agreeable and less confrontational. Anytime someone will hear the word agreeable, sometimes it may sound like a pushover. However, we win with more honey than vinegar. So to avoid any public disagreements or confrontation, just agree for the time being to move the conversation along. Because if you see that tempers are flaring, you should always try to de-escalate the situation and remove any awkwardness or discomfort in the vicinity. And how do you do that? You do that by diffusing the energy and say, you know what? Can we agree to disagree? You have your point of view and I have mine. And that's okay. This was a great conversation, but I do have to go. See you later. That's a great example. You have acknowledged them, their point of view, even their feelings, and you've also affirmed your position and left it at that. Because one thing about us as humans, we are entitled to our own opinions and viewpoints. It is not your job to change their position on any topic. It's great to have dialogue, but it's one thing to be confrontational, and that is something you should always avoid. And number 10, friendly attitude always win. Again, no negative energy around, because it taints your good nature to be friendly. And if for any given moment that you feel that you are not in a positive headspace, remove yourself from the situation and go calm down somewhere privately. Reset your mood and come back. Once you get your mood balance, you're now to being safe and happy, and you can go back out amongst the public or whoever you were speaking to previously to have that same friendly attitude, because anytime that you're around other people, energy attracts energy, whether good or bad. So if you're friendly, you will also most likely attract friendly. You may also attract negativity. However, if your friendly energy is higher, you will affect the next person. And that might, just might, change their energy as well. Thank you. See you in the next episode.